Sweet and sour pork guru roll, my favorite childhood dish. Bringing this iconic dish to life at home feels like unlocking a treasure chest of memories. And while I don't have a roaring wok station, my trusty hex clad works wonders in mimicking that wok hay magic. Here's a tip I discovered. Keeping the heat steady and tossing the ingredients quickly give you that unmistakable wok flavor without the traditional setup. Under the open-air shelters, the aroma of sizzling pork mingling with tangy sweet sauce would tease our senses before the dish even arrived at our table. Today, I will show you how to recreate this nostalgic masterpiece right in your own kitchen, with a few secrets to make it even better than you remember. Let's get started. First, let's prepare ingredients. When it comes to sweet and sour pork, tradition calls for that perfect balance, a cut of pork with half fat for juiciness and flavor. But today, for a healthier twist, I'm using lean pork loin. Don't worry, I will show you a technique that transforms lean meat into tender, juicy bites that curl into adorable ball shapes, mimicking that authentic experience. Let's start with the cut. Pork loin is ideal because it's lean, with just a hint of natural marbling. Choose a piece of the smooth texture, pale pink color, and firm consistency. Avoid any cuts that are overly pale or watery. They won't hold up during cooking. Now here's the key secret. Instead of dicing the pork into cubes as many recipes suggest, we are slicing it into long stripes about 1 finger width thick. Why? This allows us to curl the pork later, creating small ball-shaped pieces. Finish cutting through all the thin long stripes with all these 200 grams of pork loin, super lean meat. Now that you know the secrets, you can create the same unforgettable texture and flavor right at home. Trust me, this technique will have everyone wondering how you make super lean sweet and sour pork taste so good as takeaways. Once done the slicing, place them into a bowl. Now, to marinate the pork, the secret to tender and flavorful pork lies in a simple marinade. We will use 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of Chinese Shaoxing wine, a dash of white pepper. If you can't find white pepper, you can replace it with black pepper. Half teaspoon of cornstarch to infuse the meat with flavor and help to tenderize it. Use the spoon and give it a quick mix. Set it aside. For preparing stir-fried ingredients, we will have used 5 key ingredients. First is the pineapple slices. Take out 2 slices of pineapple pieces and cut into cubes. Make sure you cut into bite-sized cubes. Prepare similar red onion, 1 slices and 1 garlic cloves as well. Now move on to the colorful vegetables. Around 1/4 to half red bell pepper and also the half green bell pepper. Similarly, wash and cut into the cubes of the bite size. Red and green bell peppers are a classic addition to sweet and sour pork for several reasons. Their vibrant colors add visual appeal, their sweet flavor complements the tangy sauce, and their crisp texture provides a nice contrast to the tender pork. Additionally, they are a good source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making the dish more nutritious. Now let's mixing the sauce. Sweet and sour sauce is all about balance, sweetness, tanginess, and a touch of savory depth. In a clean bowl, add 1/4 cup of tomato ketchup. This will be the foundation of our sauce. Then pour in 1/4 cup of water in the same cup to thin it out slightly, which is also 1/4 cup of water. Next, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. It's tangy but not overpowering. Follow that with 3 tablespoons of pineapple juice from the same can. You can use the juice from canned pineapple, just like the hawker chefs do. Next ingredient is pinch of sea salt. Now for the umami, don't forget the Worcester sauce, just 1 teaspoon. Add 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. To balance all the tanginess, we will add 2 tablespoons of white sugar. If you prefer a little bit sweeter, you can add on 1 more tablespoon of white sugar. Stir until it dissolves, creating a smooth, glossy mixture. For the cornstarch ingredient, we only add in before we cook the sauce. For coating, let's prepare our dry ingredients. 3 parts of cornstarch and 2 parts of wholemeal flour. Means 2 teaspoons of wholemeal self-raising flour and 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. These 2 ingredients work together to create crispy yet light coating for pork. Add a little magic to our coating, a pinch of nutmeg and white pepper. These spices may seem unconventional, but they add a subtle depth of flavor that elevates the dish. Exciting part to coat the pork, we will use a 2-step process. First, we will crack 1 fresh egg. Lightly beaten the fresh egg. By now, our pork should be absorb all the flavors from our marinade, making it tender and juicy. Now we need to start dipping each piece of marinated pork into a bowl of beaten egg. This acts as the glue, helping the coating stick evenly. Toast the egg-coated pork into some flour mixture and roll into a ball shape. Now let me put some close-up shot. For the secret technique rolling, take a pork strap and loop it around itself like you're winding a ribbon after dipping into the beaten egg, gently tucking the end underneath to hold its ball shaped. This creates compact little balls that stays intact while frying. So using a little bit of flour mixture and also egg, rolling up and tuck it in tightly. This method ensures each piece fries up with an even, crispy coating on the outside while staying juicy inside. And when it's cooked, the layers mimic the texture of fattier pork cuts. Yay, now it's frying the pork time. Now here are our hex-clad frying pan. I also include the links in the description box below. Pour in about 2 cups of extra virgin olive oil, or you can use any canola oil for frying. Heat the oil to about 180 Celsius. The right temperature is crucial. Too low and the pork will absorb oil and turn soggy. Too high and you will burn before cooking through. While waiting for the oil to heat up, the coating process is the same as before. Dip each pork ball into the egg, then roll it into our special flour mixture. The key here is to make sure the coating gets into all those folds and crevices for extra crispiness. Now it's time to fry. Let's test using a chopstick. The oil is ready. Mixing in the flour mixture and compaction of these pork balls allow them to cook evenly, locking in the juices. Fry for about 3 to 4 minutes until they are golden and crispy. For that signature crunch, remember to double fry for 30 seconds after cooling if you want that extra crispiness. But for me today, I'm just doing one single fry process. While frying, if you're new here, welcome. Why not subscribe to my channels and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any great recipes. You can find all my printout recipe in my website, Hankerie.com. I also include the list of the ingredients and tools in the show note below. Check it out. Pro tip here is let it fry a couple of minutes and tilt the hex-clad frying pan for a little and tilt it for 45 degrees for one side of the oil. This allows the maximum of the oil when deep fried at one angle and control the heat distributions evenly. And I vividly still remember growing up, I always reached for the crispiest piece of sweet and sour pork at Dai Pai Dong stores. Dai Pai Dong is a type of open-air food store that you can see anywhere in Malaysia. These lean pork balls take me right back to those moments, but with a healthier twist. It's proof that with a little technique, you can have it all: flavor, texture, and memories. Maybe I should consider not deep fry anymore and use air fryer for my next adventure of sweet and sour lean pork. What do you think? When this crispy pork has turned golden brown color, now drain the pork on paper towels to remove excess oil. This will help to keep the pork crispy and delicious. While the pork is resting, let's prepare the colorful stir fry and the sweet and sour sauce cooking. Before we cook the sauce, make sure that you include half of tablespoon of cornstarch and stir into the sauce itself before cooking it. Set it aside. Now let's do our colorful stir fry. We will use a mix of vibrant bell peppers, red onions, and pineapple chunks that we prepared earlier. Heat up our head-clad frying pan and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Stir fry 1 garlic cloves until it's fragrant. Make sure you slightly chop or mince the garlic clove for easier to release its aroma when stir-fried. After a couple of minutes, toast in our sliced red onion and also the pineapple chunks that we prepared earlier. Dip and toast. Quickly lift the handle of the pan and toast the ingredients. The ingredients should bounce off the pan's surface and land back in the center. This hex-clad pan can be a great substitute to the wok toast. Ensure your burner is set to high heat to mimic the intense heat of a wok. After toasting a couple minutes, now it's time to include our green and red pepper bells pieces. Stir-frying vegetable is all about speed. Wok quickly to prevent the ingredients from overcooking. Lift and toast. Practice this technique to develop the run and timing needed for a successful toast, even cooked at home. We're almost at the final stage. Now it's time to combine all the elements. We will pour the sweet and sour sauce over the stir-fried vegetables. Let it simmer for a couple of minutes until the sauce slightly thickened. At this stage, you don't want to have a soggy sweet and sour pork yet, so don't include your sweet and sour pork into the slurry sauce at this time. How do you know that it's come to a gentle simmer? You will notice the colors deepens and the aroma is pure nostalgia. Once the sauce is slightly thickened, let's combine the crispy pork into the sauce. Toss everything together to coat the pork evenly in the sauce. Make sure that it's not too long. Turn off the heat. And now it's time to serve our sweet and sour pork with rice. Finally, it's time to plate our homemade sweet and sour pork. Serve it hot with a side of steamed rice. Each bite is a nostalgia trip back to those carefree days at a hawker store back in Malaysia. Look at that, the perfect sweet and sour sauce, smooth, glossy, and bursting with flavor. This is the magic that transforms simple ingredients into something unforgettable. Garnish it with coriander leaf or parsley. Look at the colors, so beautiful. Every time I make this sauce, I'm transported back to those bustling Malaysian hawker stores. It's amazing how a simple recipe can hold so much memory and joy. Now it's your turn to bring this taste of Malaysia to your table. That first bite was always unforgettable, crispy on the outside, tender inside, drenched in a glossy sauce that danced between sweet and tangy. Here's recap my recipe of sweet and sour pork, or you can go to hankerie.com for print out recipe. Make sure you check out the next video, which is the perfect smooth jiggly steamed egg recipe, which is the perfect pairing with sweet and sour pork with rice. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipe. Bye!